If you're a small YouTuber, you may be in the process of trying to get your channel monetized. Maybe you're just holding out for that one day where you finally get monetized and start earning some income from YouTube. Or maybe you already have a monetized YouTube channel and you've found out that maybe the income isn't as great as it seems. This is exactly why I'm filming this video today. It's because I feel that this needs to be talked about more, because a lot of small creators are under the impression that monetization on YouTube is going to be the main way that they earn from YouTube. And I'm here to say with full confidence that there are bigger and better ways to be earning through YouTube. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about some of those different ways that you can earn money through YouTube without necessarily having AdSense. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Kaylee and I'm a beauty and fashion photographer based near Sydney, Australia. But I'm also a content creator, and I started this channel a few years ago to talk about all things business, social media, freelancing, and content creation. So as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about some different ways that you can earn money as a small creator. You can start earning money straight off the bat. As soon as you start your YouTube channel, you can be looking at different methods of earning money through YouTube. I'm not saying it's going to be super easy from the start, and it's always going to be easier if you do have an established following or a really engaged community, but we are going to look at some of these options today, and you might find that one or two of them work really well for you at this point in your YouTube journey, and hopefully you'll learn something new from the video. So I think that a lot of people and a lot of small YouTubers out there are so set on being monetized and getting AdSense from YouTube. And I can't blame them for thinking this way, because it is really, really rewarding to know that you're getting something for making your videos week to week. And there's not too many other platforms out there on social media that will reward you like this. So I personally always love to treat YouTube AdSense as a bonus, because I think that it's just a really nice little reward that you're getting for continuously putting content onto YouTube. The problem with this is that I think a lot of people tend to not look into too many other monetization avenues or earning money through different ways. They're always very set and focused on earning through AdSense, like AdSense is going to be the only option for them. And unfortunately, a lot of people, I think when they actually finally get monetized and they start earning some income through YouTube, they actually find out that the income isn't always that great. And in some instances, depending on the amount of views you've had in the month and watch time and all of the rest of the statistics, you may find that you're not earning a lot, and it could be in the scope of dollars. So it is really important. I've always said that it's really important to look at different ways around YouTube AdSense to start earning money as a creator. I also tend to think it's really risky putting all of your eggs in one basket with YouTube. So if you're relying solely on YouTube AdSense and nothing else, if something happens to your YouTube channel, or for example, you're not able to make videos, you have to take a hiatus, maybe your channel might go downhill at some point, which is the case with a lot of creators on YouTube. I do find that that is something that happens after a very lengthy time of being on YouTube. Things change, audiences change, and obviously you need to adapt as best you can. But unfortunately, sometimes these kinds of things can affect AdSense. So I always recommend having numerous streams of income as a creator for this reason. And I think for a lot of smaller creators, having that YouTube AdSense is really not going to be much of a living wage. I would say 80 to 90% of the time, it is not going to be enough to live on. So we're going to talk about some of the ways now that you can start making money in other ways as a small creator, or really start to get the ball rolling with this kind of thing as your channel is growing. So the first avenue you can go down to start earning some extra revenue is by selling products or by selling merch. Now, I really want to do a video on this where I talk in depth about selling merch, and I do have some plans in the pipeline to potentially look at my own merch and some other products that I would love to sell. Some of this stuff I've actually wanted to do for a very long time, so I'd love to do another video where I really talk about this in depth. But selling products and merch is a really important way for a lot of creators to earn part of their income. So for example, on my photography channel, I have another YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers, and over on my website, I sell ebooks and I also sell presets. So those two things are very relevant to what I'm doing, and a lot of people quite often ask me, do you sell presets? Can I get the same effect that you're getting with your images? So that's why I started to create a few of them for my website. And that's just a really easy thing that a lot of creatives can do with selling presets, especially if you're a photographer or maybe you're a videographer, or even if you do different kinds of content creation like that on YouTube, that's a really good way to start selling products. I really do find that digital products are best to start off with because they're a very low risk product. So for example, if you were to write an ebook, this is a really good way to start earning some money as a YouTuber. If you've got a website or a platform away from YouTube where you can sell these products, doing these digital products are really going to be, like I said, low risk, and they're going to be a little bit easier in the sense that you don't have to have physical stock anywhere. It's just a much easier platform to start on for a lot of smaller creators. And some of these things will require a lot more effort up front to do, but once you put in that effort and then you finally start selling the products, you then really don't have to do much at all for the foreseeable future. It is basically just set and forget, and then whoever's going to purchase is going to purchase, and that is extra revenue for you while you don't have to do any further work. There's no better feeling sometimes than knowing you've sold some of your products and you don't have to sacrifice any extra of your time to have made that money. It is initially time focused, but once you get past that point, like I said, you can really just set and forget and start selling your products. Merch is another really great way for a lot of YouTubers to sell products, because there's a lot of websites out there these days that really cater specifically to YouTube creators and selling merch in particular. And this can be anything from t-shirts, hoodies, clothing, basically any type of clothing, to stationery. It could be water bottles, it could be homewares. There's so many different products out there that you can sell these days through merch sites, and it's definitely something to look into. A couple of merch sites that you might want to check out as a small creator are Printful and Teespring. They're two really popular sites for merch creation at the moment, so definitely go and check those out if you are a small creator thinking about starting some merch. Now, the second thing you can do to start earning money through YouTube as a smaller creator without AdSense is brand sponsorships. I really believe that a lot of people have in their heads with this that they can't start having brand sponsorships until they're at a certain point in their YouTube career. So maybe they feel they have to have 10,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers or 100, and that's just not the case. In my experience, especially over the last few years, and even with this channel itself, I have found a lot of brands to be very responsive to brand deals. In fact, I feel like lately especially, I have been inundated with a lot of brand requests, and it really just goes to show because I only have about 7,500 subscribers at the time of filming this video. So that is really considered quite a small channel. I do try and keep my community and my channel as engaged as possible, and I like to talk about topics that are really relevant to a lot of content creators. So I really do have that as my focus, and I think that you should always, as a content creator with a smaller following, really focus on that engagement, because it tends to make you a lot more appealing to a lot more brands. But I don't think that small creators should be under the impression that they can't start reaching out to brands even until they're at a certain amount of followers. I would really start looking into those brands that are really relevant to what you're doing on YouTube as a creator, and really start writing those brands' names down and trying to pitch out to them. And even if they say no initially, that's not to say that in 6 months time or 12 months time even, that you might not get a brand deal then, or they might get back to you and ask you about joining their partnership program, because a lot of brands these days do have influencer and content creator partnership programs. So definitely don't discount yourself just because you do have a smaller following. Slightly unrelated to this video, but I've already had inquiries even on my travel Instagram account, which only has about 1,700 followers at the time of filming this video. So if I'm starting to get brand inquiries for that particular Instagram, and I have had very, very many for this particular YouTube channel, I think you can absolutely be doing it as a small creator. Micro-influencing is definitely going to be taking over, I think, in coming years, and it is going to be such a big thing that brands focus on, because micro-influencers a lot of the time tend to have more engaged communities, and I think that that's something that they're always looking for. Now, the third way you can make money is by selling courses. Now, I think it's really important to be very careful with this one, because there's a lot of people selling courses these days, and there's a lot of really scammy content that's going out there, especially over on Instagram, I'm finding. But I think with courses, if you are the type of content creator on YouTube to be educating people on a certain topic, so whether you are a professional in your field, if you're a photographer, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you're a professional chef or a professional marketer, or whatever your job title technically is and what you consider yourself to be a professional in, courses are always going to be something that are ideal for you to work on. And I know, speaking from personal experience, I have created courses in the past, and it is a lot of work up front, I will admit. And I'm the type of person too that always felt when I was creating these courses like, am I doing enough? Are people getting enough value from them? Should I spend longer on them? Should I waffle on a little bit more with certain topics? I don't know how long this should be. There's a lot of things that do come along with creating courses that can be kind of scary if you've never done it before. I've really come to love to learn creating courses though, and really setting out curriculums, especially for photography and retouching, because I am a professional in those fields, and I do feel very confident with sharing information about those topics. So if there is a niche in particular that you are sharing on YouTube that you consider yourself professional in, definitely don't discount doing courses, even with a smaller following. And I would work on those sooner rather than later, because as your channel grows and more people become aware of the fact that you're selling courses, quite a lot of them may go straight into purchasing your course, even if they are a newer subscriber. So sometimes it's better to have have that stuff kind of working from the beginning instead of waiting, 5 years into your YouTube journey and then doing something. Really start putting yourself on a practice run with this stuff and putting content out there that you really find does provide value to people and that they would pay for as well. Now, there's a few different sites that you can go and create courses on, and unfortunately there's a few that are very expensive out there. So ideally, I didn't really want to recommend anything that's too expensive. I will recommend Teachable though as a platform. It is currently the platform I'm using to run my courses, and it's really great. I do find that it's pretty comprehensive with what the platform provides you as someone who's creating courses. I will say that the paid versions though are a little bit expensive still, and a lot of these sites are, but don't quote me on this. I do think Teachable offer a free option still, and you will be a little bit more limited with the kind of content you can post or the amount of content, but I do believe there is a free option there. So I always say to a lot of smaller content creators, don't feel like you need to go and purchase every subscription under the sun to kind of get your business going. There's a few ways around certain things that you can kind of try first. And I always recommend starting off on the free version of something before you go and commit to something that's going to be really expensive. Because I know what it's like to be in that position as a smaller creator and feel like you don't have maybe enough funds yet to invest in your own content creation. But I do recommend Teachable if you are interested in creating courses. The next way you can start earning money as a small YouTuber is by doing UGC. Now, I've talked about some of these points in this video in a recent video, but I really want to delve into them again because I think it's really important for smaller creators to take note of some of these things, and UGC is really one of them. So UGC stands for user generated content, and it is a tactic that a lot of brands are using these days for their marketing purposes. So what happens is they will generally reach out to a creator, they will negotiate a price for some UGC content, and then for example, the creator might film a TikTok video that is either going to be used on that brand's TikTok itself, or they may run it as like a campaign advertisement, and you might actually see them as you're flicking through TikTok as being sponsored content. Now with UGC and YouTube, I feel like it's something that's still slowly kind of up and coming at the moment. I do feel that it's more popular on platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, but it still does happen on YouTube. And quite often you may get reached out to by a brand who wants you to create a YouTube video for that brand's own YouTube channel. And this is becoming a more popular thing to do as well. I know I got an inquiry about this the other day where the brand had actually asked me to do an integration in one of my YouTube videos, but then that integration was going to be used for their UGC, their campaign, where they were going to be promoting the product as a sponsored ad. So most of the time it won't be content that's posted on your own channel, which is kind of the difference here. It's more for the brand's marketing uses elsewhere. But again, it's not something that should be discredited. UGC is a really popular way for a lot of smaller creators to start earning some money. And this is a lot of the time where a lot of brands go for their marketing these days, is to smaller creators for UGC content. Sometimes a lot of this can be considered volume-based content, so you may not find that they're offering a lot of money, especially as a smaller creator initially, but making some relationships with some of these brands as well is a good way to kind of start getting in with them, and hopefully in future they will want you to do a sponsored post or a sponsored integration on your own channel. And then finally, I'm going to be talking about affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is not necessarily my favorite way to earn money as a content creator, and especially through YouTube. I think it's a really great source. I think you should still be onto it because it is essentially money that you are not really doing anything for. The way that it works is that as a creator, you get a small commission from when someone purchases a product that you've recommended. And usually you can recommend these products in your YouTube videos, and then you may have a dedicated link in your YouTube description box that will then go to the affiliate program website. So whether you're going through Amazon Associates, for an example, and you have a dedicated link for a product that's sold through there, or in my instance, I have a couple of links in the description box below for both Squarespace and Teachable, and they are affiliate links. So I would get a small amount of commission each time someone purchases through those links. And that's essentially how affiliate marketing works. I will say that a lot of the time, if you're with a lower earning affiliate program like Amazon Associates, and unfortunately these tend to be the easier ones to get into, the lower earning ones, you tend to find that you really do need a lot of purchases to kind of make it worth your while. But at the same time, even though sometimes I've only earned like $20 a month from Amazon Associates, I've found that that's $20 that I didn't need to earn by doing anything extra. And it really does all add up as a small creator when you start getting these purchases too. And it's pretty exciting to see your first few purchases through sites like Amazon as well. And as you kind of grow, you can really start to enter those more higher earning affiliate programs, which are really, really good for making extra cash as a content creator. And it's really good once you start to get a bit more of an engaged community once again, and you find that you're starting to get more and more purchases through those links. But as a smaller creator, I would say that this is not the highest earning way you can start earning money via YouTube. But with all of the things combined today that we've talked about, hopefully a few of those will really stand out to you. And hopefully you're able to utilize at least one of these methods today to start earning some money as a small creator via YouTube. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this video today, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do, because I'll be posting a lot more in future. Let me know down in the comment section below if you use any of these methods that I've talked about today to earn money as a smaller creator, or some of the other methods that you might use to start earning money as a smaller creator. I'd really love to hear, and I'm sure everyone else would too. Let me also know down in the comment section as well what you'd like to see on my channel. I'm always open to requests and always looking for new things to film for my YouTube channel, so definitely feel free to let me know. But thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.